Hello, everybody. Anime Reeks. Ah, Kenka Banchou Otome, I want to say, is the name of the thing we watched. I should know at this point because I saw that exact title 12 times in the past couple of hours because, wow, this show is good.
It's very digestible.
Yeah,
Good way to put it.
yeah. So, since I watched 12 episodes in a row, and the first, like, all the episodes are only like 8 minutes long, I don't actually really remember what happened in the first one. So,
The first one, okay, so I'll take it from here then.
okay, you do.
But
You do.
in the first one, we go and we start with, cherry blossoms in front of the school.
Oh,
Except
right,
the
yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
I'm going to
But
stop
there
you
it is.
immediately after that.
yeah.
You know what's great?
What?
I think it's really underappreciated in anime. I don't think it gets enough representation in anime or any Japanese culture, really. Cherry blossoms, I mean, you don't really hear about them that much. They're just, just never get the attention they deserve. Like, you almost
Yeah.
never hear about them.
Almost
something for
never.
I mean, it'd be great if, like, I don't know, maybe you could name a character after them or something. That'd be...
Yeah.
You never see
Okay,
that.
Nobody,
so-
either.
nobody named Sakura.
Okay,
Anyways,
sarcasm.
Zero.
so
I'm
Wait,
sick
go.
of that metaphor, I just have to say.
all right. So she's talking about the cherry blossoms, but the thing that makes this a bit different is that the school she's in front of kind of has graffiti, and then it goes to an actiony, like, cut to music. The opening is like, it's an 8-minute show, so the opening is nothing. It's just a song with some
Yeah. It's
fire that
not
changes
even
colors.
really an opening. It's because the show keeps going while the opening's on. It's
Yeah.
actual scenes that are, important to the episode during the opening song, and it's interspersed with cuts of chroma keyed flames from After Effects, which a bit cheap, but it's an 8-minute
Yeah.
show. There'll probably budget constraints.
So we go to this
Also,
girl
I just want
guy.
to point out.
Yeah.
Sorry. I just want to point out. You mentioned the graffiti on the building. That graffiti is in places that I don't know how they reached it.
Ladders.
Through lots of effort. Chaos is a ladder. Anyways, so they go and she goes in and she's going to the entrance ceremony, and you have these mysterious dudes who are talking about, we got these big shots coming in here, like Hikaru Onishima, who is the younger brother of this real tough guy, Hyo Onishima or whatever. Boy, oh boy, we gotta watch out for them.
Okay. Also, it's Onagashima and Ho
Onigashima, whatever.
Which,
I don't care. I don't
Phoenix.
know Japanese names. I was born
Ho-Oh
in
as
America,
in-
land of the free.
Phoenix, that's the metaphor they're going with the guy. There's a lot of imagery of him with wings behind him for that exact reason.
Well, I didn't watch 12 episodes, Casey. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is it really annoying when someone interrupts you while you're doing a summary? Is that annoying for you?
Hey, this is all just going back to zero interest, and I know it is. But
Are you two having a lovers quarrel?
I wouldn't call this a lover's quarrel. I would call this an enraged friend's argument. Thank you very much.
Specific terminology.
Anyways, so they go, Onigashima, whatever, goes to the place where they're going to be doing the entrance ceremony, like the gym, and everybody's fighting and beating each other up. And
he, let's go with he for the sake of simplicity, is like, what the hell's going on? I thought this was supposed to be an entrance ceremony, and then one guy is about to explain it and gets punched in the face. And the guy that punches that other guy in the face explains, this is how it works. This school, everyone just beats the shit out of each other until they figure out who's the top of the year, who is on top.
We determined the boss here, and I kind of briefly missed this, but on the way to the gym, he encountered a green-haired, apathetic-looking dude who was kind of a cool guy, I guess. Anyways.
Also, that guy that gives the explanation of the entrance ceremony also gets punched in the face.
Yeah, he gets punched out immediately after.
Yeah, I know, it's great. And so we get finally a guy that actually has color, because everybody else is grayed out. So he's important.
Why would you give color to the jabronis, Zero?
Anyways, because the jabronis count too in real life.
No, they don't.
Jabronis?
No, they don't.
No. Anyways,
use context and figure out what it means.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Anyways, our pink-haired protagonist ends up kind of being saved by blonde-haired Yosuke, who
Totomaru.
Yeah, Yosuke, who actually Yusuke. No, not Yusuke. Yosuke. No, what's the name of the guy from
Zero.
Persona 5?
Get on with it.
He's the guy from Persona 5, basically, the bro character. Anyways, they're walking through the hall, and he's like, "Hey, stick with me. I know you look kind of weak, but I'll be the boss of everything." And he's like, "So what's your name anyway?" And I'm like, characters like Hikaru Nagashima or whatever. And then it's like, I see.
Actually, almost gives the real name, which is her name.
Akiyama. But it's like, I see. So you're pretending to be weak, huh? Come on, let's fight now. And so he puts his dukes up, and our little pink-haired Hikaru puts her fists up and proceeds to open up a can of kick butt.
It wasn't even a can. She just hit him twice in the chest.
Yeah.
She's kind
I
of
was very surprised that she could kick ass. I was not expecting that.
I wasn't. This was going to go to a very dark place if she couldn't, to be perfectly honest. This would have gone real bad real fast.
But the name of the show being Girl Beats Boys kind of clued me in on that.
It's a little bit of a giveaway, yeah.
Yeah, so...
She also doesn't even take a hit until...
until later, but takes him down, so now she's kind of technically a boss, and it's like, and by the way, I'm a girl, and that's the first episode. It's very short, it's 8 minutes.
She doesn't say that out loud.
She doesn't say it out loud. It's thoughts, it's narration. This show does a thing a lot where it cuts to the characters talking in sort of a documentary style.
Yeah.
About the events that happened.
They never explain that.
As soon as I saw that, I thought, that's a cool framing device that they're using that I don't see very often. Okay, I'm kind of on board with this.
It's an interesting direction. They're treating it like a documentary.
They never explain it, though.
They don't. I
don't think they necessarily need to.
Yeah, it's a framing device.
So... just watching the first episode, I got interested right off the bat, and I watched the next 3 episodes. I know Weasel and Casey watched all the episodes of this.
Yeah.
I don't know how much everyone else watched.
1 episode's all I had time for.
Binge the whole thing.
Yeah. So...
Blush. Vocal high five.
Woo! Yeah.
I feel excluded. Okay.
Casey, audio high five.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
He just left you hanging audio-wise, dog.
Yeah. So, I want to give this show a hell of a lot of credit. Ken, you watch a lot of fighting shows.
Yes.
How many anime have you seen where a man legitimately just punches a woman in the face?
Huh.
I can only think of one.
Yeah, it kind of doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So
It
that
happens
would-
here.
The only other one I could think of where a man legitimately punches a woman in the face is a certain magical index.
I
Sorry.
only got like 3 episodes into that, so.
A certain magical
I
index
don't like
is like, it's a show that is eternal. I mean, if you look at the light novels, there is a very deep hole that people fall into and they can't climb back out of, and I don't intend on falling into that hole. I watched part of the show, but I never really got into it.
Apparently
certain
eternal and
magical
also
index?
not very, very good. So I didn't enjoy it at all. It seemed
Well,
rubbish.
Still talking
no.
about a certain magical index, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, it's fine if you didn't enjoy that, because like, I think the most interesting thing it does is how it uses some of the characters' powers in that, but we're not talking about that show. So, moving back to this show.
So, yeah. This
Yeah.
is quite possibly one of the most progressive Japanese shows I've ever seen, in that it actually acknowledges that women can actually fight too, and they can actually be quite good at it. And a character, spoiling as little as possible, who actually knows genuinely that it's a girl, is entirely willing to, as I say, punch her in the face and treat her as an equal combatant, is, again, for Japan, amazingly progressive.
Yeah, there's none of that, oh, girls are always just naturally weaker or anything in this.
There is. That is a prevailing opinion, but there is pushback against it.
MC
Yeah.
Chan is proving them wrong.
It's more like she knows martial arts and she knows how to fight, and because of that, like, she's very skilled. Like, she can land really quick punches and just really precise punches, and that's able to pretty much take out 2 people at least, or most people from what I've seen, of 4 episodes in. So yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you got it.
Well, I just wanted to have a little segment to talk about something I really, really liked in the show that is probably something a lot of people might miss. So, how often have you seen a slice of life anime, I don't know, sports anime, anime focusing on delinquents, where there's a run-of-the-mill just fisticuffs fight, and it's just extremely exaggerated to the point that it's almost like a supernatural shonen? There's none of that in this. The fight scenes are incredibly realistic and also very well choreographed. In real life, an actual barehanded brawl isn't going to last long, because human endurance can't take that many hits without reaching its limit. In this, the fight scenes are incredibly realistic. There's no like dramaticism to them.
Yeah. I mean, there is even a moment when a character says, I can feel this amazing pressure from him, and they don't do the stupid anime bullshit of just, oh, there's like an aura around him or anything. It's just, no, there's just, I'm feeling pressure from this. That's literally it.
It's grounded very much in reality in a way that it kind of reminds me of kind of martial arts movie style fights, where it's not necessarily like really ridiculous over the top, but it's well choreographed, it's precise, it knows what it's doing, and I think that works very much to the benefit of the show.
Another thing that I noticed, which I thought was a nice little gem, was that certain characters have different fighting styles.
Yeah.
There's a grappler who
the green-haired guy's like a grappling style, and
Yeah. Blonde-haired guy does kicks.
Yep. So that was interesting to see the different fighting styles as well. So another point for them in regards to their choreography. And I think part of it was able to be done because the episodes were so short. They didn't have to lengthen out the entire thing.
Yeah, but I wish there was
could have.
more. I wish there was more. I wish this was a full-length show.
I know.
Yeah, a lot of fight scenes are padding. That's generally the idea. You have 22 minutes to fill, so you can't just have everyone go at each other for the full I don't know, 22 minutes, because that's a lot of work on the artists and the editors.
Admittedly, the pacing was kind of quick, but it also kind of worked.
Quick isn't the word. I use frenetic. This show goes fast. Like, plot point, plot point, plot point. Okay, we're friends. Plot point, plot point. Fight this guy. Plot point. Fight. We're friends now. Plot point. Okay. Moving constantly, and it does not stop to breathe. It's just a thing happens. Okay, time skip over all the fluff because nobody cares. Let's move on to the next thing that's important.
Yeah,
I would have liked some fluff.
Every time she defeats one of the boys, they're essentially added to her harem as one of her bros.
One thing I want to point out about this is based off kind of a Otome visual novel spin-off from the Kenka Banchou series, which is a series of delinquent fighting games.
Huh.
So you can see a lot of where that fighting comes from, because these people like frequently make fighting games and they know what they're doing, especially with delinquents.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's a really popular game series in Japan, at
this.
least.
Zero did his research.
Is it popular enough that they could do another anime and make it full length and stuff?
If it's full length, the fight scenes won't be what you thought they were
Well,
here.
they'd have to add another motivation for the main character, because it's basically fulfilled at the end of the anime.
Yeah, I mean, kind of. Not quite,
yeah.
but in a way where you can't really do another show from it.
Exactly, they'd have to expand on it.
Yeah. By the way, hi, patient. How's it going?
Hello.
You've been quiet, patient.
Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, the chime of you joining the call was actually on the recording, because that's how the recording works. So, remember when you heard that chime, ladies and gentlemen? That was when patient joined. That was about 10 minutes ago. So, patient, did you watch the thing?
I did, yes. I watched the first episode. I agree with a lot of your points. I'm not really sure what I can say that I haven't said yet, but I might watch another episode of it, which is more than I can say for most of what we watch.
I recommend it. Like, the number of shows I can recommend from us doing this show, maybe 5 in total. And we've done, like, what, 30? 40? Somewhere around there?
Something like this. I mean, I've got the list, but even if I keep track of all the ones we've done, I don't have the exact number of them off the top of my head.
Yeah, but it's something like that, and like maybe 5 of them I would say are worth watching if you're into that sort of thing. This one, I feel like I recommend for pretty much anyone. Like, it's only 8 minutes per episode, so...
It's 12 episodes. It's 8 minutes per
thanks,
episode. It's super fast.
Yeah.
You will only waste like an hour and 30 or something watching it, so might as well get into it.
Even if you don't watch the whole thing, give the first episode a shot and just try it. There is literally no excuses. 7 minutes, realistically, if you cut off the ending.
It's
credits.
a short, simple, kind of good series it's well made where it counts.
Yeah.
Something I want to point out is that with a lot of these cross-dressing girl in a boys' school scenarios, you usually have like one of the male characters crushing on her and being afraid they're gay. But there's really none of that going on here. None of the guys are.
There's no time for it.
That would be in
We
fluff
ain't got no
scenes.
we ain't got no time to be gay. We gotta conquer the school.
I mean, there are moments when there's okay,
The study
you're
session.
weirdly cute. Okay,
Session was
That's
great. Yes.
It was such a good episode. Okay, sorry, done.
Because it's like the only bit of fluff in the show.
The only fluff. It was amazing.
So, just a little bit more backstory as to how this girl gets stuck in a situation in the first place. Is she basically gets scammed by the real Hikaru Onigashima, and she has basically no family, and he's like, yeah, so now we're twin siblings. Is what I said. So welcome to my family, and she came from like an orphanage, so she's kind of helping him out. She got scammed into it, but she's helping him out, and she's kind of like, well, I actually have a family now, which is kind of nice.
It's, the Prince and the Pauper scheme, only with a Japanese reverse harem bent. Yeah.
And he's going to her school dressed as a girl.
Yeah.
Spin off.
Spin off! Yes!
Spin off. The trap spin off you all been waiting for.
In regards to that bit, you mentioned that in later episodes, they mentioned that she sort of resembled a girl. That she sort of seemed feminine. That some of the guys said that she seemed feminine.
Yeah.
A few of them.
I don't suppose they went 12th night. Diana's lip is not more smooth and rubious. Thy small pipe is as the maiden's organ, shrill and sound, and all is simulative of a woman's part.
I don't know whether to hate you or love you right now.
In Japanese, I imagine they didn't. Just.
No, I didn't see it.
There's no time for gayness. I just told you. I go fast.
No, pretty much all you get is, wow, you got skinny wrists. That's about the extent of it.
Interesting.
Boy, you sure are girl-like. Wow, is it hot in here, or is it just me? Or is it the gay agenda creeping in? I don't know. Let's go. We gotta go fight people.
Right then, shall we move on?
I kind of don't want to, because I want more of the show, but we kind of have to. We've run out of material.
Yeah, no. It's a fun show.
Well, this is proof that we can have gems on this list, so let's hope for another one.
We proved it before, but this is the first you've seen, so congratulations.
Yeah, like what was that anime with the Yakuza teacher?
Gokusen.
Yeah, I wasn't on that episode because I don't think I'd actually joined yet, or I missed it or something. But it was apparently really good.
Yeah,
Yes, before your time.
Gakusen Toshi Asterisk?
Don't remember.
No, Goku-sen.
Oh, well, that makes more sense. I was looking
I
at the
feel
list.
like I missed that episode.
Yeah, there
I'm
it
sure.
is.
I'm sure you didn't.
Yeah, it was Yakuza princess has a dream of being a secondary school teacher, so they let her be a secondary school teacher and give it a shot.
And all the kids in her class are shitheads, but it doesn't matter because she's
A
a
badass.
Yakuza princess. So
I want an anime where you have the Yakuza Prince of Tennis, where the Yakuza wants to be the best person in tennis.
That would actually kick ass. I'd love to see that.
That'd be great. It's just like, you want to be tennis? Yeah, it's my dream. Now we're gonna sabotage the other team.
I'd be so down for that.
This is what fan fiction is for.
can I write this and send it to a studio and make money? I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, do that. And you have other Yakuza running other tennis teams with they're not legit and they don't really have a passion for tennis like our Yakuza does.
And it turns out in the end that there are no actual legit teams. It's just a full Yakuza.
Yeah, it was all just planned by the Yakuza the whole time. And
Hold on. I can only write so fast. Go.
Hi, I'm Kenshi618, the king of crossovers.
Yeah, make it a Goku-san Prince of Tennis crossover.
No. This is a legitimate idea that will make me money.
No, this is a legitimate original idea of the Yakuza trying to he doesn't want to be really Yakuza. He wants to be, a tennis guy and he wants to be a professional tennis player. But his Yakuza family's interfering everywhere, and he's got some training from being a Yakuza. So like he puts that in, and you know he does things
Dude,
like
this is awesome.
with his
Keep
serves
going.
he cheats and he bluffs and he lies with his serves, and like he's got his own sort of special way of playing that people aren't used to. But then he's
Oh my
got to go
God.
against other teams backed by the Yakuza, and they have their own ways of cheating and lying and sabotaging their way through it. You know, like they bribe the refs so they can bring like special nets for playing tennis that like change the way the ball's going, and like so it's completely
Nobody
lies
stop
about
him.
which way it's
Nobody
curving.
stop him. I'm writing this. I'm not even joking.
Like this is a legit idea, you know. And then he gets to the top, and he finds out that all along the real professional tennis player who's stopping his dream is actually his brother, who wants him to inherit the Yakuza family name so he can be a professional tennis player. So then you have this rivalry of we don't
Holy
want to be
shit.
Yakuza, we both want to be professional tennis players.
I gotta
So
remember all this. I gotta write this
Kenshi,
down. Yes.
realize
gonna
if
be-
you write
this is
this
gonna be a
down,
video.
there is proof this was not your idea, and thus you will be forced to give zero credit and
I
possibly a
don't care.
paycheck.
I don't care.
Oh my
Do you
god!
have any idea how awesome this could be?
Like it's really good.
I'd gladly give him credit and money for this. It still needs to be written.
You can do it as a collab with Zero. I mean, you're both extremely accomplished fanfic authors.
And at the end, he makes it to being a professional tennis player. But that's when the big leagues start. He has to fight the corruption in the tennis industry, backed by the other Yakuza families. And in a way, he's both conquering the Yakuza families and he's conquering the players' hearts as a professional tennis player.
Oh my god, you just came up with a sequel series.
Yeah.
The Shippuden of this series.
That's what it is. This is great.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm legitimately excited.
I think I'm done.
You will never be done, Zero.
No, I can roll with this, actually. This is legitimately good.
Okay. So, you should probably roll. It seems almost like a letdown after all that, but
Okay, sure. I'll get to that. I'll get back to that later. Let's see, what do we get? 10.
10.
Jay.
J? 21.
Not a whole
many.
lot in J.
Oh god, JoJo's on that list, isn't it? Fuck.
That's not a bad thing. You finally have to actually watch it if we get it. 7.
7. Missed JoJo by 2. The
Oh.
winner is... Okay, this is interesting. Jitsu wa watashi wa. The literal translation is actually I am.
Oh, this one's good, but the
Oh,
anime's
shit.
bad.
I read this, damn it.
Yeah, I read this.
And the
The
translation.
anime's
this
not
one.
that. Yeah, the manga for this is amazing and hilarious, and it's still ongoing. The anime's not that great of an adaptation, but I'll give it a watch again.
Why? What's wrong with it?
Let's save it for the review.
Yeah, let's save it.
kind of what we
Let's save
do.
it. I'll save it.
Let's let Patient get out what it's called for people that don't speak Japanese.
Thank you, Kenshi.
That
The
was-
translation of it is actually I am with ellipses after it, and the English name that they've given it is My Monster Secrets.
That's a terrible translation of the name. But
I know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
summary: meet Kuromine Asahi, the man who can't lie. On the way home, he learns an important secret. His crush, Shinigami Yoko, is actually a vampire. Can Asahi actually keep her secret? It's a fun, clumsy, one-of-a-kind vampire romantic comedy. Not that one-of-a-kind human and vampire
Yeah,
lady.
I know,
I feel like
right?
there's another show that actually has a vampire in the title that has a somewhat similar bent to it, but
I would.
I could think of another
It's-
manga that's male human,
it's,
female vampire.
The reason why this show, like the reason why the manga at least is so great is because it handles over the top comedy really well, and there's more than just like the title is actually I am, because there's lots of things where you realize this character is actually blank and it's used for comedic purposes most of the time. Genuinely one of the best comedies I've read. So I think we should give it a chance. I think the anime has problems with how it adapts the material, but that might just be me, I guess. I don't know.
Zomniac actually really recommends this series. He says it. Well, I won't spoil it for people who haven't read the manga, but it really does things that most romance anime don't.
Kenshi is legit typing like a madman right now.
I told you.
Like, I will say, the thing that the manga does for it is that a couple does form in it, and then the story continues on. And
Take that, Toradora.
that's actually pretty interesting in the way it handles that and where it goes.
Seriously, I seem to be the only person who hates Toradora.
Never read. I don't even know what it is. Is it a game?
Meant to watch it, never got to it.
Anyway, so shall we end it here? I think Genshi is typing out that Yakuza Prince idea of tennis,
I am.
and I think that it's a really strong idea, and I'll be there to support him through this.
Well, you can always just watch the episode once it drops on YouTube to get refreshers on what Zero said.
Indeed. But I got to strike while the iron's hot.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.